Mark Beatty with us with the Culinary Campus. Where are we and what goes on here?
We are in our bakery down here with the baking and pastry art students, the first-year students, and this is our artisan bread class.
I've learned a lot in my time when it comes to the culinary arts, and restaurateurs always say finding a pastry chef, finding a baker, that is a tough one.
Yes.
Does this stick with a lot of people? Because it seems like a difficult, you have to have a real knack for baking, I would think, to be in this section in particular.
Yeah, you know, I think you see a lot of students nowadays maybe looking at small coffee shop style bakeries, little things like that. It is definitely hard to find pastry chefs. There is only one per hotel or a couple in each hotel, so at least it's not huge demand in each outlet. It allows them to be spread out into a number of different outlets. So.
Cool. I want to touch on, I'm going to bother Elisa in a second, but I want to touch on this with you in the sense that it is 3 years, newish when you think about it, because it's kind of a secret. It's away from food courts. This is a very special location for you guys. How's response been when you talk to people who come on in to grab their lunch?
Oh, the response is amazing. We have a very loyal following, and I've had regulars before, but these are very passionate regulars. Some are SAIT alumni, so I think not only do they appreciate the great lunch, but they also show that support back at SAIT. And that also continues into our evening continuous education and team buildings, where they bring in some of their companies to do these little cooking classes and have some fun as a group, or to just expand their own skills for home cooking.
I'm going to bother Elisa. I'll step in front of you here if I can. Let's talk about this. I have experience with those Pillsbury dough cookies you get in the roll and you cut. That's about mine. Let's talk about what you're doing here. What is this, Elisa?
So we're making some passion fruit danishes here. It's a little different than the Pillsbury roll. We have to roll them all out by hand, by hand and on a sheeter. So a little bit of mechanics in there as well. But
let's talk about patience. Do you have to be a patient person by nature to be in a program like this and to be helping out at the Culinary Campus?
Yes and no. It's pretty fast-paced, so you do have to be patient with the fine detail stuff at the end, but when you're mixing it and the beginning prep work is, you got to be pretty on the ball. So.
But I would think also in the baking aspect, you do everything, you think perfectly, put in the oven, you don't know until it comes out.
That's right. Yeah, it all comes down to the final finished product.
Nice. Very
yeah.
Cool. Well, I might have to be sampling some of this finished product coming up in a bit. Elisa, thank you so much. The Culinary Campus, they open the doors. The shutters come up at 8 o'clock. They are open for business now. Very busy at lunch. Get here early and see what they've got for you guys.